It is 6:04. I will now call to order the February 27th, 2017 meeting of the East Hampton Conservation Commission. The meeting is being recorded. I will ask if there are any public concerns, non-agenda items. Being no one else in the room, we will move on to the fact that we have no public hearings or meetings and go straight to the request for certificate of compliance for from Eastern Hampshire Development Group for 238 Northampton Street, DEP file number 151253. And I don't think we need to take too long, but the commission did a site visit on the 18th, Saturday the 18th, and despite the snow cover, it was clear that the basin had been maintained properly, and we were provided with an as-built site plan as part of the request. The only thing that we did observe, because we were doing the site visit in the winter, and I'm not gonna be able to find it, we talked a little bit about snow stockpiling, and there was a section of the stormwater report filed with the NOI that talked about snow shall be staged in a pervious surface area that will drain the meltwater from the stockpile into the soil to an on-site catch basin or directly to the infiltration detention basin. No stockpiling of snow will be allowed in the stormwater management basin directly. Avoid disposing of snow on top of catch basins. Snow combined with sand and debris may block a storm drainage system, causing localized flooding. Do you still have a copy of that for the facility, do you know?
What did we get?
If we can get
You
him
can share,
a new
okay.
copy, I'm sure he's got a copy in his files.
Okay, if not, we can always make a copy from ours.
No,
So with that, does the commission have any questions, comments, concerns from the site visit? Okay. The way the order of conditions was written, there would only be one ongoing condition, that would be condition 18 regarding the stormwater management system. And that would be in perpetuity, how it was presented in the NOI. So would anyone care to make a motion regarding the certificate of compliance and ongoing conditions?
I move to make a motion to issue the certificate of compliance with a complete certification with condition number 18 from the original order of conditions.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Just take a moment for us to sign this. We said 27, right?
Yeah.
Not
Can I borrow your good pen?
No. Can't write on my paper.
Can't what?
Can't write on my paper.
You're supposed to.
No, you can write on that one.
Just pass the pen too. Hopefully we'll lose it.
We have plenty more. I think it was like a 24 pack.
Nope. I just spelled something terrible. All fixed.
Do you want copies?
Sure. Let me just make sure I've got all the, Jay's not present. Just, 2 copies.
2 copies. No scan. Oops, sorry.
No, but double-sided for the copies is fine.
Okay.
So as soon as we make the copies, we'll give you the original, and that can be recorded and
We recorded with the town, the
Registry of
Deeds. Okay, wonderful.
And it has the book and page on it, so there shouldn't be any confusion.
Great.
And it's an other document.
Good. And here we are, 7 minutes after.
Try. Stay. You're more than welcome to
It's
stay.
that place.
Gold dusters tonight, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Do what you gotta do. It's okay.
It's Jess.
No.
We put together a draft of the CPA grant. I sent it to her last Wednesday. Just gonna look at it today. And then
It's due. The original goes to these gentlemen. Would you like a paperclip? I don't believe I can offer you a staple.
We'll take
Oh, they
a,
don't have a
Oh, we
You
might
know,
be out of
this-
Staples.
Well,
we're okay, we're,
it's gonna get recorded anyway.
Yeah.
they'll undo it anyway.
Well, there's a stapler.
Well, but this is for.
Leave that one open.
Great, great.
Staples.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Thank you
Brilliant.
very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Give that to, Michael and others.
You guys will record that?
Yeah, yeah, you guys do it,
Got 4 gallons of maple syrup.
Wow. Tenth of a gallon of syrup.
No, that should be,
40?
and my trees tend to be sweeter.
Wow. Is this in your yard?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have an app that told you about what
It's called Darlene.
they're Just checking.
Yeah.
We should have that. Okay, moving on. Regarding, we have no emergency certifications. Regarding enforcement actions, apparently I skipped a piece of paper. So we have received an email. How did I do that? We received an email regarding 161 Northampton Street. And an environmental professional has been nominated. Apparently, there was a letter that never got sent to us. So that said, I will forward that information from the conservation email. So I think, the gist of it is, I think they'll be on track for the spring and the growing season. So slightly less than smooth start, but.
Who was it? Or,
Mark Reed and someone from GCA,
okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
So I will put a note to myself to forward that. Okay. And no updates regarding any of the Bernard Gall properties. Open space updates, status of CPA application.
So I did a draft of it last week and sent it to Jess. She wasn't gonna look at it until today. So hopefully she did, because it's due Thursday. There's letters of support that go with it, and Russell Brain wrote one, and he was gonna try to get one from the UMass Extension also, because they've gone out repeatedly and said that those trees are a problem. It's very short timing, but I don't know if anyone has a thought of anybody else who could write a letter of support for it.
I don't suppose perhaps the garden committee? But again, it's short timing, so I'm not sure if that would come together for the Thursday deadline, or
Mm.
if we'd be, which would be better, filing without or pushing it off?
Because you can always refile, right? If they're like, well, maybe you can't have enough.
I don't know if you can provide supplemental information after the filing, so.
Hopefully I'll have heard from Jess, because I haven't checked my email this afternoon, about whether or not she wants to try to submit it or not, so.
So can you follow up
Yeah.
tonight?
And I can send everybody an email.
So excited.
Thank you so
I guess one
much.
question I had is if she's having, if she is having some role in administering it, you know, if there needs to be staff time or accounted for somehow or something like that.
Oh, as part of the budget?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just be, you know,
General project management.
yeah, and the contracting and all that sort of stuff. I guess I don't know how the city deals with that.
Yeah, I imagine she would know to put it into the budget.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's the city, it's not a private company.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes.
Her department has a budget, and she
Yeah.
has a certain number of
Does she?
hours to do her, you know, to fulfill her responsibilities. So I
Yeah.
don't know how this would fit with that.
Some cities are more formal than others, I guess I don't know how East Hampton is necessarily.
And essentially, I mean, the timeline, the first thing that I'm pretty sure we talked about would be the invasive management plan, and then doing some invasive
We had
removal.
talked
Which we
about
decided-
doing that separately.
Right,
Just
so
doing it.
it doesn't seem, it seems like if we miss that deadline, the next one is June,
Yeah.
so.
That might not be
Yeah, I don't think it
bad.
would
If we,
be.
because we've decided to do the invasive species independently of it, we can still get it started, and not, it's not like we're behind by 3 months before we even get started.
And what is that, if we put it in June, it's still a several month lag before we would know anything, right? Is that information on there or no?
I don't see it on here. Grant applications, submittal deadline. I guess maybe this is the date that you find out? No, it's
And
just
then
other
it's-
business.
It's the grant funding cycle for first
Oh.
quarter 18, so it's probably 6 months later before you get it, does that seem right?
Well, fiscal year,
Oh, no, fiscal, what is the city fiscal year, is it?
it's from July
June
through,
through-
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So fiscal year
That's
18
too-
would start.
Yes,
So
and
that's-
that's
I
the
know,
date
it's
it's
the
due
beginning of the next
renewal.
quarter.
I don't know.
At the end of this quarter. Unknown.
I think Jess said there was a considerable lag, but I don't remember what she said.
Yeah, I think Jay had told us to. Put it down. So yeah, it seems like it would be nice to have it all out there and we could
Mhm.
find out and move ahead, but I guess we can still move ahead with invasive species piece. And the other stuff wouldn't happen until the fall anyway, so should be fine.
So we have to file with the Conservation Commission, right?
The planning department would,
We'll do it for, okay.
yes. It's an awkward situation that
Yeah.
comes up.
The
Every now
answer
and then.
was-
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's actually on our next agenda, but we will have a topic about the community garden to discuss. It's on their next agenda. It was forwarded from the city clerk as an FYI, that we need to just basically read, the Massachusetts statute regarding,
Growing marijuana.
growing marijuana,
Oh, yeah.
for personal use.
In community gardens.
And basically, it's not allowed on public land. It's, the way the community garden is physically structured and set up, it's not, it cannot be legally done. So,
It seems like, well, anyway,
I think you're only supposed to have it on like your own premises.
and
Your
it isn't
own
supposed to
yard,
be like behind
in the back.
fences.
it needs to be out of sight, it needs to be
Yes, out
behind,
of sight.
locked, secured, whatever. So we'll just read, Jess will have that part of the law for us, and we'll read it into the minutes, and that will be it. So, moving on to compliance updates, actually going to skip straight, well, they're, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not
just
skip a thing.
Just skip.
A, Paul Street Extension, no update.
Go ahead.
B, Pleasant Street Mills, no update. C, Nashawanic Mills, no update. T, Connecticut River Oxbow, no update. Side note, flooded parking lots.
I noticed that.
As of yesterday
Oh.
afternoon.
Wait,
Yeah.
which one?
Out on 5?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see that.
The water's that high.
it was
Yeah.
yesterday
Wow.
afternoon,
Wow.
evening coming through. E, 184 Northampton Street, no update. F, Lathrop, no update.
Although I did see some Lathrop members at Small Oven the other day.
Will you make sure that
Side
goes on the
note.
notes?
Side note, yes.
Were
Is that
they?
right?
They looked well.
Eating
They were having lunch
everything?
too. No. We were just chatting, they invited my baby.
Therefore, Lathrop.
Make sure that gets.
Yeah, put that right down.
I will edit that. I will edit that out. Okay. HE Williston, no update. H City of Northampton, East Hampton, sorry. Massachusetts, no update. I Logan Properties, no update. I did email Mark Reed this afternoon asking him if there were any updates regarding either Gilliam Estates or Logan, and I did not hear back.
They were probably very understanding.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, but I suspect they didn't do anything last week.
Right, but even.
They should have, though.
Yes.
Sent and said we
Just-
didn't do
just-
anything.
yeah.
Right.
You should have written and said no updates.
Yeah, it works.
Exactly.
Okay, Cumberland Farms, we received the order of conditions recording information. In both, so we don't need this, because this is a copy.
Where's some of the recycling bins?
It's in the hallway now. So, we have received the recording information and the certified mail card, which kind of goes without saying since they recorded document. That's what happens. So, so we will file that.
Is that project completely through all of the permitting?
Oh, that's a
Probably
good
not,
question,
is
I
it?
don't know. I don't know where planning board stands. I'm just recycling all my paper clips.
Reusing.
I will reuse them as well, yeah. So, general business, meeting minutes, February 13th, 2017, on the table.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Correspondence, I'll ask Jess to post this, it was the only other thing in the mail basket. Hilltown Land Trust, press release, Hilltown Land Trust hosting session on preparing for emerald ash borer on Monday, March 13th, 6:30 to 8 at Stanton Hall in Huntington.
Is it coming?
Hmm?
It is.
The dashboard.
Yeah, that's what all those things, it was in the Berkshires.
I thought it was like jumped over us and went to Worcester.
That was Asian longhorn beetle. Sorry, that's what all those purple
Yeah.
things were.
But I thought it was just to detect them, whether or not
Well,
they
they-
came, and they never came.
Or-
That was the story I told myself.
Okay.
At the party.
What? So, if anyone wants to go, and I'll ask Jess to post this somewhere, wherever these things get posted, if at all. And our next meeting is the Monday, March 15th at 6 PM, so if anyone wants to go to that and skip the meeting, we've not received any applications filing, so there won't be any public hearings or meetings, requests for certificate of compliance. It could be a very short meeting, and really, if there's no business, and 4 of us show up to open and close the meeting. Or we could work on the filing, or any. I would vote for a short meeting.
Or is everybody coming in with their summer projects?
That's what I'm worried
Yeah,
about.
that's what I was-
Okay.
What's the deadline for getting on the agenda? Is it
Today.
today? So, great.
So unless something comes in by email,
Yeah.
but that's unlikely.
Yeah.
Tonight, someone is in here.
It's possible, I'll let you all know if that happens.
What is that?
Um,
I don't know if there's that rule, like after 5.
I'm not quite
doesn't
that
count.
hard and fast about it, if someone sends it at 6:30, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say they didn't.
Especially if there's nothing else.
Well, there's that too. So, with that, is there any other discussion?
Yeah, assume there's nothing new on the shared agent on that.
There's
discussion.
nothing that
That's
I've
gonna be-
heard, I think the gist of it was they don't have a mechanism to fund it during this fiscal year, the
Yep.
remainder of this fiscal year. So, well,
Yeah, I guess we'll have to discuss what we're gonna do to plan for that, make sure that it's productive from the beginning,
Mhm.
you know? Because it would be a shame if it's something that only ends up being like a couple month project.
Basically.
And then they spend all that time getting up to speed and then they're gone, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think it would be, I mean, it would be useful to have that conversation when Jay's here, since he's the one who sat in on the meeting.
Yep.
And he took some notes about ideas for job responsibilities.
Yep.
Roles and responsibilities. So, it'd be good to perhaps flesh that out a bit more. Maybe look at other postings and see how the roles are identified, full-time versus part-time. With that, would anyone, are you typing?
Go ahead.
Would anyone care to make a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved.